love your vision in terms of the comparison sort of a flower that sort of blossoms and how you compare that to growth in sort of the leadership development. Is there a particular reason why you chose this sort of blossoming experience as a symbolic reference to leadership?
Yes, there was a reason because, as I said earlier on, based on Numbers chapter 17, when the rod of Aaron, who was selected as the high priest, was presented before the tent of tabernacle, the Bible says that his rod sprouted and it budded and also it blossomed, which was a systematic thing. It means that it didn't escape one step or it never missed a step. So the state of blossom, as I link it to personal life experience as a leader, is something that should give leaders the understanding that if you want to become a leader who can impact, a leader who can be effective, you must be able to follow systematic ways of doing something or systematic way of learning into your leadership skills.
Great. And our sister, the moderator, compared me to Joel Olsen, the Ghanaian Joel Olsen, which is really great. But Joel Olsen writes a lot of books, and we have a wonderful audience here, and as well as the audience on television. Why should people go out and buy your book? What is the why of your book?
I would say that the audience who may be watching and wherever everyone is listening to this interview, I encourage each and everyone to go and buy this book, because if only you want to make impact, if only you want to influence people, if only you want to effect change in a generation like this in this 21st century, then there is a need for you to have a manual, because any machine or any article that comes to the market field have a manual that guides the user so that the user can be able to operate that system. So you need a book also as a leader that will serve as a manual to guide your steps into a greater leadership skills.
Great. So for all of you young people who would like to be leaders and honing on your leadership skills, please ensure that you purchase a copy of the book. Describe your book in 3 words.
In 3 words, I think I've already quoted this, but I'll just highlight on it. In 3 words, I would like to say that this book is a book that is going to be an inspiration to readers and also to make people to become productive and effective.
Great. I know when, thank you. Into details an individual who wants to become inspirational, a motivator, and a charismatic leader, and who wants to provide out of their leadership skills must share and show concern in the maturity of their followers. That means making sure that the dependency rate of the people who admire him or her is reduced. What does that mean?
Thank you, Ms. Mary. I decided to highlight this point because it is something that is, when you come to our system and also in leadership in general, it is something that is missing. Why am I putting or why am I putting more emphasis on this? At times you can see leaders who have many followers, but in the absence of that leader, the people who follow them become ineffective. They become inadequate. They cannot function because the person is not that. The person who they were following is not there anymore. So the dependency rate of the people who follow you must be able to decrease as a leader. If you want to be able to identify your strength, you must be able to grow, you must be able to groom people that in your absence, these people can work even if you are not there. So if it is in the office, if you are there, if you are not there, people must not be calling your phone, there is this problem or there is this, because you have trained the people in such a way that in your absence, they are somewhat adequate to function. In the church field, when we come here, I'll say that if you minister and in your absence, your elder must not find it difficult to do something to the or to lead the congregation. The rate of the dependency of your elder on you, the
great leaders are also great followers, in my opinion. How do you think that we can learn to be humble enough to become great followers? How do you think? I mean, I understand that your book is geared towards helping people develop their leadership ability, but I think that in certain events, in certain scenarios, in certain situations, not everybody can be a leader. You need followers, So how do you think that everybody in our greatness and our individuality, how do you think that we can learn to be humble enough to become followers in the event that we all cannot be leaders?
Thank you very much. As you said, not everybody can be a leader, but as an individual, in my opinion, and also from my course of study, I think that as an individual, if you want to be able to do something, being a leader does not mean that maybe rising to the position of the president before we can see you as a leader, or rising to the position of a senator or whatever title that we can talk about. But even in your home, when you have the chance to lead something or to do something among your siblings, even it is a responsibility. So the humility of you as an individual to learn or to be able to follow the guidelines that will be given to you by the person who assigned you that is a priority. And that is something that many people we do miss sometimes. When we are being assigned or we are given the course to do something, it becomes difficult for us to go by the rules because we think we are of ourselves. But as you said, it's good we humble ourselves as an individual. It doesn't matter the rank, it doesn't matter the kind of leadership that you are being exposed to. Just be humble so that you can learn something out of it.
Great. What does the cover of your book, I'm not sure if everyone, I'm not sure if everyone has seen. Oh, great. Why this picture? Why did you select this picture as the cover of your first book?
I thought there is an adage that you can't judge a book by its cover. I believe in that adage. But over here, I decided to choose this design for this book, all because I'm talking about 4 stages of identifying your strength as a leader. So if it's about 4 stages, then there is the need for us to come out with a design that will even give a mental picture to the reader or anybody who comes across the book. Even if you've not read the book or you've not gone through the book, at the sight of the design or the color picture, you must be able to relate something from the book before you get into it. And this cover is something that we chose so that it can tease the appetite of readers. Because I know that when people see this animation, they will be a little anxious to rush into it. What are these baby doing over here, and what are these steps and everything? So it is something to tease the appetite of readers.
Are you working on the second book?
Yes, please, I am.
Great. And congratulations. Can you talk more about what the second book is about a little bit?
Thank you very much, audience. My second book, as we just asked, it's a book. I'm working on my second book, and the title of it, I would like to expose it in this medium to at least give people a little information about it. My second book, as I'm working on it, is about dynamic leadership. It's about dynamic leadership. Why am I talking about this theme? Why am I going to use this caption as the title of my second book? I came out with this book as a manual, and I'm coming out with dynamic leadership, in which I will build and dive deep into whatever point that I raise over here, and also to be able to relate the kind of the form of traditional leadership as compared to this contemporary or our modern system way of leadership. There is a vast difference. So if you're a leader in the 1820s, it cannot be compared, or the way you used to rule cannot be the same as well 2004.
So it's really about connecting what's happening now to the challenges as well as productivity. That's really great. I'd like to talk more for a lot of young people out there, and you know, whether they're watching or they're sitting here in the audience. How was the process like in terms of taking your idea of the book into print version? How was that process like? And I think this information is important in case there are other people as well who would like to go out there and write their own books. You know, they'd like to know from you, since you've already done it, how is that process like? How many hours did you dedicate to writing, or, you know, your ideas? Did you have this scrapbook where you were constantly writing? I know the young woman who gave the poetry, she had mentioned, you know, don't be afraid to be alone and to be on the train and to travel. And so, you know, did solitude help you write your book? Did, you know, how was that process like in terms of going from concept to execution?
Thank you very much. I will say this book, I know you may see the book as something little, but believe me, this is a book that took me 4 years to come out with this book. I started this book way back, that is 4 years back. And why? Because as you are saying, the way to put the script and everything down before the production stage is something that took a long time, because there were a lot of challenges in between. Why? I need to write everything in a notebook with a pen and everything.
Okay, you got your iPad.
That is what I'm about to say. That's what it was a greater challenge. That is 4 years back. 4 years back, it was a greater challenge for me to put this book together. But it's not going to be a problem for me to put my second book together, because now I have the available resources. But 4 years back, it wasn't what they say. I have to write this, whatever thing that God gives to me, I have to write it on a paper, take it to a friend's house, use the friend's computer to type everything, transfer it to a flash drive, so that the next time when I get a chance, I'll go there and continue. You see, and at a certain point in time, I wrote this book to a certain point in time, whereby whatever thing that I've put on paper so far, the person's computer contracted a virus, so he had to scan everything, so I lost everything. So I need to start typing this book again, and believe me, that put me off for almost a year or whatever I can talk about. So it is something that took a long time based on the challenges. And as you said, from that I got to another level that I need to buy a package, that is the publication package, which also have to do with finances. And as we all know, it wasn't easy, but glory be to God, we were able to at least buy a package in which they work on everything, and I came out with a book. So there were challenges, but yet still, believe me, whatever thing that you have on paper, you can still put that thing, or you can still bring that thing out. Because if God was able to help me come out with this, then it doesn't matter the challenges and the circumstance, you can also come out with yours.
Powerful. Thank you so much for sharing. And I think, you know, the story you just shared tells us that we can't give up, right? It would have been so easy to give up if you had to retype everything, and you're like, no, I'm not doing this again, you know. But I think it's great that you did not give up. What has been your number one inspiration for being consistent, for being persistent? Because it's not a lot of people that could launch a book and have this many people show up on a Saturday when you could probably be home watching TV. So, you know, what has been your number one motivation for being consistent, persistent, and identifying, and helping you to identify your leadership qualities? What do you think has been your number one inspiration?
I would say exposure is something that is number one. Exposure is something that is number one. So I would like maybe the tech man to show some scripts. Why am I saying that? I know I didn't just come out with this book right away. I got exposure. And that is number one thing that gave me the inspiration that Maxwell, we have to get something done. We have to do something. I can't remember when I was in college, in our academic year, I was having 3 positions in that same academic year, including my personal academics that I have to add to it. I was the secretary for PENSA, and if the tech man can show it, I have a certificate just to prove to the audience that is something that was real. I served as the secretary for PENSA during our time, that is Pinnacle Student and Associate. And over there, after that, I was also the Student Representative Council. I was the organizing secretary for the Student Representative Council in that same year group. And also, I was the public relation officer for my club, that is Readers, Writers, and Debaters Club. So with exposure to all these things, with exposure to all these fields, like it always put me on fire. It always put me on my toe that Maxwell, you have to do something. You cannot be taking all these positions and still harbor whatever thing that God is exposing you to. So exposure, I think, is the number one, and it's something that is important. Everybody needs exposure. Everybody.
My final question to you is there anything else that you'd like to say to your audience? Anything else that you'd like to add in your journey being an author?
Thank you. Thank to my audience and everybody who may be watching this and listening to this interview. My short word to the outside world. I love this man a lot. That is Dr. Maxwell. He says something in his book, Everybody Can Become a Leader. That where purpose is not found, abuse is inevitable, and precious time, energy, and resources are always wasted. Why? In life, for you to be able to achieve or accomplish something, you must be moved by a driven purpose. You must have a purpose for doing something. You must have a reason for coming out with something. So if you have a purpose to establish, to leave a legacy, there is no way that you can what? You can let whatever thing that God gave you to what? To stay in you. For we know that if you want to know where, or if you need a place that you can identify many riches or many resources, it's at the cemetery. Why? Because many people come to this world, live life, enjoy and everything, and they are not able to accomplish even a quarter of what God deposited in them. So I want my readers and people out there to know that you can be able to do something. For Bible says that creation waits in eager expectation for the revelation is of the sons of God. So the world is waiting for you out there. People are waiting for you to come out with your music. People are waiting for you to come out with your books. People are waiting for you to establish that business so that they can also get a job. So you can do something.
That was powerful. I know, excuse me, I know Maxwell doesn't expect this, but I was wondering if the audience has questions. We're probably only going to take 2 questions because we don't have too much time. So okay, we've got 1 question over here. Anyone more? Okay, so we're just going to have that 1 question.
First of all, let me take this opportunity to congratulate you on behalf of my company, 3G Media. First of all, I will make a comment and I ask a question. The comment is, it's not easy as a writer because you encourage people to read. And in this modern age, it's very difficult for a lot of young people to read books because of the social media. Back in the day, you see people having books everywhere they go, they carry books. So I want to congratulate you once again for encouraging young people to look up to you as a writer. Now, my question is motivation. Which area motivated you when you were putting this together? You know, motivation comes in different ways. So can you explain to me the areas which motivated you to be able to do this project? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this question. If I should talk about an area which motivated me to come out with this work, I believe in the saying that we must always live to leave a legacy that posterity will come and walk and enjoy. So I was motivated as an individual that I cannot leave this world without leaving a legacy, something that in my absence, something that I cannot live a life that in my absence, when they mention my name Maxwell, nobody will know about Maxwell. Nobody will, like people will be asking, who is Maxwell? What about Maxwell? So I was motivated as an individual that I must leave a legacy that can impact people's lives and something that will happen to them.
Okay, so probably going to be the final two questions because we don't have too much time, but certainly I'll take them. In the white shirt.
Congress Maxwell, my question is a simple one. How are you going to inspire the youth at your age to do the things that you are doing?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll say to the people who are my age group, that is the youth, those in their 20s, you must always have it in mind that there is something greater in you. You must always have it in mind. Self-confidence is something that is important. And I know that many youth in this generation or this century lack that because they have the notion that they can do anything. So I will say to my age group and then the entire youth and any viewer that you must always have self-confidence. You must always have self-confidence. And also resilience is something that is also a priority. If you want to leave something or if you want to come out with something, you must be able to what? You must be able to persevere. It doesn't matter challenges. There is nothing in this world or nothing that has come into being that didn't experience any challenge or any difficulties. So you must be what? Have confidence in yourself and also be resilient not to give up in whatever thing that you have started to do. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations, Brother Maxwell.
Thank you.
My question is, how do you think those of us or those people who have leadership skills hidden in them, how do you think they can bring it out? And my second question I'll ask you, do you think, in your opinion, are leaders born or they are bred?
That's a philosophical question. There's no right or wrong answer to the second one. But I'll let you.
Okay, so as my brother just asked, how can people who have leadership skills in them come out with it? If I have something in me, how can I be able to bring that thing out? If you have something in you, how can you as an individual bring that thing out? It's always about the first step. That's what I was saying. And it's always about respecting small beginnings. In my book, that is the stage of sprouting. I'd just like to throw a little light over there. I made a statement over there that we must not what? We must not despise the days of small beginning. You may be exposed just as a class prefect when you were in school, but you never know where that leadership, a role that was given to you will take you to in the next 5-10 years to come. So the principle of respecting small beginnings is something that can unleash or bring out any leadership skill that is in you. And secondly, as you said, Mary answered it, so I don't want to throw any light on it because Mary did it already, you know.
But I think I also want to add to your response as well and bring up. I think one of the things that I like that you said when we first started this conversation is the power of revelation. I think that if anyone has something hidden in them and God has shown you a vision, God has revealed something to you, I think in obedience to God, you obey that revelation versus being afraid. So I think revelation is also a very important part of vision. And